adjustment made during the preparation, better performance of statistics will emerge. We were therefore not surprised when the best scorer in 2025, this exam, was 374, which was the best, highest in the last 1.5 decades, as shown below. Here we show that in 2024, it was 367. In 2023, we go there from 299 in 2013. This is the first time, because we were happy that probably it's a sign that the adjustments were working. The examinations were concluded on Wednesday, and the results were ready. By the time the results were generically analyzed, they did not depart radically from the tradition of the previous 12 years, except that we gladly noticed improvement in the highest scorer. But contrary to our prediction, there was none in the overall, as the performance was sadly poorer than that of last year. Yet, everything fell within the range of the existing pattern. We showed the existing pattern, the pattern in the last 12 years, in a table. Between Friday and Monday, the uproar could be said to have reached the highest decibel, and it was coming from some respected voices in the society. Though JAMB usually responds to every complaint based on its merit, the nature of the clamor this time made us to fast-track the review process. A post-mortem analysis of the result that we will have done next month was clearly done. A meeting of minds. On the morning of Monday, that's the first working day after the release of the result, we issued a tentative press statement, which includes, and I quote, "If it is determined that there were indeed glitches, we will implement appropriate remedial measures promptly, as we do in the case of examinations themselves." Apart from officials of JAMB, I must thank them that they have been having sleepless nights since Monday. Apart from officials of JAMB and other government agencies, such as Nigerian Education and Research Development Council, NERDC, we also summoned some experts and professionals who graciously responded to us, including a renowned professor of psychometrics in Africa, an esteemed expert in test measurement, who is from Imo State, Professor Boniface Nwogu, who is with me here, a technical advisor, an expert from the Computer Professional Council, like Professor Adenike Oshofison, a CPN representative, Bayo Onimode, the president of the Nigeria Academy of Education, Professor Kabiru Isiaku, the National Parent-Teacher Association of Nigeria, the National Association of Nigerian Students, among others. We immediately summoned them, and surprisingly, positively, they all responded. We immensely appreciate all of you for heeding our distress call. Within 24 hours of rigorous work, we were able to isolate where the problem emanated from, as I have said earlier on. It happened in 65 centers in Lagos and 92 centers in Owerri zone. That is covering the cities, just as Ibadan is regarded as Ibadan zone, covering all the 5 states of the Southwest. Owerri is also covering all the 5 states of the East, of the Southeast. But Lagos stands alone because of the huge number that is coming from Lagos alone. In these centers, the centers that we have mentioned, the patch was not properly applied in some center servers, which we later discovered, by the service provider. And that failure disrupted the upload of the candidate response within the first 3 or 4 days as applicable to Lagos and Owerri zone. We are saying 3 or 4 because in Lagos, you have examination on Monday. In Owerri, there was no examination on Monday. So it disrupted them only for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. But in Lagos, for 4 days, including including Monday. The 2025 UTME that could have been our finest yet, were it not for the carelessness, negligence, and lack of concern exhibited by the agent entrusted with this crucial yet straightforward function. Immediately we realized this. We summoned the chief external examiners of Lagos, Imo, Anambra, Oyo, Abia, and Ebonyi, the 6 states affected. I'm happy they are with us. Fortunately, they all swiftly responded to join the group. We also invited Professor Bashir Galadanchi, a leading expert in computer science, to join the already people who are there, the National Association of Proprietors of Private Schools, because many of the people schools complaining seriously are schools from private school, and we didn't want to do anything that somebody would say, oh, they do something, we open our door widely. The NAPS, which was represented, National Association of Proprietors of Private School, which was represented by a leading voice in public advocacy, Dr. Mrs. Bukola Dosumuya, with us. A number of our vocal critics, you can see 1 or 2 of them, including our friend, he has become our friend now, Educare, who mobilized the 15,000 plus Nigerian students who are bombarding us with a number of our vocal critics were also